Hi. When you go and fill your motorcycle up with petrol, how do you do it? Do you pull up, helmet off, fill it up, go in, pay for it, come back out, gear back up? Or do you do it the easy way with an app where you don't have to get stripped off? I'll go and fill my bike up and we'll see how one of my apps work. And it certainly saves a lot of hassle. Ah well, let's go and get some fuel in the old Goldwing. I usually park her up and use a KTM for my work, but I like to have plenty of fuel sitting in it, so as if I need to go out or there's an emergency, the bike's always fueled up. Plus it's not very good for a fuel tank sitting with just a wee drop in it all the time. It can cause a wee bit of condensation or whatever. So yeah, I like to keep her pretty well filled up. So yeah, today I was going to talk about fuel apps, you know, the apps you get in your mobile phone for fueling, because, you know, we've had the problems going to a servo to fill up with fuel and, oh, would you take your helmet off please, and we won't switch pumps on until you take your helmet off, and all that sort of nonsense. And I found some of the fuel apps, when you go in and you switch it on, it notifies the servo that you're using a fuel app, so it more or less, well, I wouldn't say it guarantees the pay, but they know who you are, so they could trace you if you run away without paying. So I found when I go into the servo and use the fuel app, yeah, there's none of this taking your helmet off and all that nonsense. You can go in, fuel up, pay with your app, job done, take off. And it's especially good if you're away somewhere and it's a crap day, and it's cold. And the last thing you want to do is strip your helmet off. So every different type of servo has a different type of fuel app. I've found you've got BP, Ample, which used to be Caltex, I think. And they've all got their own different apps and they all work differently. I think one of the slowest ones I've used is the BP. I don't know why, but it just always seems to take forever, and sometimes it just doesn't work. Where the Ample one's great, you just switch it on, you go in, fill up your bike, and then tell it what pump number it was, and it pays it straight to your bank card. And that's it, done. Whereas the BP one's just a wee bit slow, I think. It just seems to hang on and on and on, and if you filled your bike up and you're sitting waiting for the app to correct itself, you know, sometimes it can take a couple of minutes, and if there's people sitting waiting queued behind you to get in, it can be quite frustrating. Sometimes if the servo is busy, I'll just jump straight back on the bike and pull out to free up the pump, so somebody else can use it until the app finalises. I've once pulled out the servo before the app tells me that everything's okay, and the very time I did that, the transaction didn't go through. So I got the car and I went down and I filled up with diesel and I used the app, and then I went in and told them that I used my app earlier for the motorbike and it didn't work, and they'd already taken a note of my registration and everything on the bike, and it was going to be put out, you know, to refuse my fuel. How embarrassing. I says, no, it was my app, and they looked in the video and they saw I was using my app. I says, It didn't actually, it took forever and didn't say it had actually paid, and I just took it for granted that it had. So, oh yeah, not a problem. So they took my name and my bike reg off the list, and I was able to pay for my fuel then and there and then. So it pays when you're using a fuel app. Make sure it's actually paid it, because that could be embarrassing. Funny thing about this Goldwing is when you get into top gear, or overdrive as they call it, it feels like you could do with another gear. But I don't know, it's just the sound of the engine. Yeah, I'm used to the V-twin. Ah, another biking brother. Do you always give people a little wave when you see them? A wee bit, yep, alright mate, or just a nod, or whatever. Years ago everybody would give each other a wave, doesn't matter what bike you were riding. You know, it was a sort of brotherhood thing, but nowadays a lot of people don't, you know. You get Harley riders sort of turn their nose up at other bikes, well, not all of them, some of them. And yet there's other guys that wave at everybody, you know. Another fellow biker. Same jacket on as me as well. With Himalayan. Yeah, it's a Himalayan Royal Enfield. Now, as you can see, location Werribee. So yeah, it's a fine day for it. A lot of people out and about. Not a lot of bikes on the road today. Summertime you come into a servo and there's loads of motorcycles. Everybody's out and about now. Top this right up as far as I can. It wasn't properly empty, so hang up. Now, pump number 15, 2894. So we put in pump number 15. Let's give it a second. 2894. Pay with my Visa. And there we go, done. How easy is that? The bloody best thing ever invented was these apps. I'll put my fuel cap on this time. Last time I nearly forgot. I just closed the lid. Wait to start the bike. And lo and behold. Yeah. So, we'll go and get some coffee to take home. So we've got to go to Markers and grab a couple of coffees. Yeah, nice and quiet today. Love the trucks over here. Oh, look at the walk drive-through, it's full. And there's more queuing up for it. You get a laugh coming in here for your coffee on a bike. You'll all think, really? On a bike? Oh well. Okay. I'll off and get my coffee with my McDonald's app. See you in a bit. Got my 2 McDonald's coffees. And there we go. Hey, what a busy little place this is. It's quite a major servo down here, so you've got to learn not to go fast over bumps when you got coffees in the back like that. I'll end up all over the bloody place. So there we go. So that's how I fuel my bike up. I like the ample one. I must admit the ample seems to be the quickest, the fastest. You're in, you're out, no time at all. The BP one's okay. I do actually use the BP one a lot because it's closer to the house, but the ample seems to be, yeah, the quickest. Well, we'll just head up the back road towards home again. Oh, somebody decided they were in the wrong lane. And that's just us just about home again. It's me. And I'll catch you all at some point. Bye for now.